Most people get paid, pay bills, buy stuff, save what's left. What's left is usually nothing. People who build wealth do something different. It takes 15 seconds. 15 seconds. The entire difference between people who slowly get rich and people who slowly go broke. The wild thing, it has nothing to do with how much you earn. I've met $200K earners who can't cover a $1,000 emergency, and $50K earners who retire at 55. The difference isn't income, it's what happens in those 15 seconds after the paycheck lands. I'm Jeff. Today, the 6-step routine that quietly builds wealth. 3 friends. Sarah saves first, Mike saves last. Lisa automated everything 5 years ago. By the end, you'll see why one is wealthy, one struggling, one on her way. Same income. One sentence saves you 20 years of struggle. Pay yourself first. 3 words. Most pay everyone else first. Landlord, credit cards, Amazon, then themselves last. Pay yourself first, then deal with everyone else. One flip changes everything. Here's why it works. Willpower is a terrible budget tool. Habits are unbeatable. Stay with me. 6 steps, about 14 minutes. Step 1, know your essentials. Before money moves, know one number, the minimum cost of your actual life. Essentials: housing, food, utilities, healthcare, transportation. The 5 things life needs to function. Meet Sarah, 28 years old, makes $4,200 a month after taxes. Sarah added it up. Rent, $1,400, groceries, $400, utilities, $200, insurance, $250, gas, $200, total, $2,450, about 58% of take-home, just barely sustainable. The rule: essentials above 60% of take-home, something has to change, now. Above 60%, there's no room for emergency funds, debt payoff, or future.
I can't swim!
You're treading water. Move somewhere cheaper, drive something cheaper, or earn more. No fourth option. Painful, but honest. The math doesn't care about your feelings. Meet Mike. Same income, $4,300. Never did this math. Pays things as they show up. Rent, $1,900. Car payment, $580. Unused gym, 3 streaming subs. The works. Mike's lifestyle, eats about 78% before a single coffee. Mike doesn't have a savings problem. He has a structure problem. If you're a Mike, be honest. If essentials are above 60%, that's the fix to attack first. Steps 2 through 6 don't work if step 1 is broken. Get essentials under 60%. Then we build. Step 2, pay your minimums on time, every single time. Not sexy, but missing it destroys credit scores and traps people for years. Credit cards, loans, mortgage, whatever you owe, minimum goes out automatically. One missed credit card payment drops your score 80 to 110 points. Recovery takes a year or 2. Late fees of $30 to $40 per miss. Plus, they hike your APR to 29% for a year. 1 miss costs hundreds, 2 costs thousands. Damage compounds quietly. Mike misses 2 payments a year, costs him $1,200 annually, plus a damaged credit score. Sarah set up autopay on day 1, hasn't missed a payment in 3 years. Sarah's score is 780, Mike's is 615. Same income, different system. Sarah's credit gets lower rates for life. Mike's costs extra on every transaction. Over a 30-year mortgage, the gap between 780 and 615 is roughly $80,000 in extra interest. Auto-pay your minimums. Every account. 5 seconds of setup, decades of payoff. Step 3. Build your emergency fund. 3 to 6 months of essentials. Separate savings. Easy to access. Untouched until something breaks. Why? Life will hit you with a $3,000 problem. Only question is when. Car needs brakes. Pet swallows something. Roof leaks. Tooth cracks. Job disappears. The Fed found 37% of Americans can't cover a $400 surprise. Not $4,000. $400. Without an emergency fund, every problem becomes a credit card balance. Every balance compounds. Sarah's emergency fund is $7,200. 3 months of essentials. High-yield savings at 4%. Last year, her car needed $1,800 in repairs. She paid cash. No stress. The fund did its job. Mike had the same repair, no fund. $1,800 on a credit card at 24%. Still paying 2 years later. Same repair. Sarah paid $1,800. Mike will pay $2,700. The difference was structure. How do you build $7,000 when money's tight? You don't. Start with $1,000. $1,000 handles 80% of smaller emergencies. Then build to 1 month. 3. 6. Once you have it, leave it alone. Not a vacation fund. Emergencies only. When real life hits, you don't undo years of progress with one swipe. Step 4. Invest for your future self. This is where wealth gets built. Not in checking, not in savings, in investments that compound. If your employer offers a retirement match, take all of it. Free money. Company matches 5% and you don't contribute, you're turning down a 100% return. Even people who can't afford to contribute can't afford not to. After the match, aim for 10% of your income into long-term investments. Not stocks you pick, not crypto, broad index funds. A slice of every major company. Over 80% of professional stock pickers fail to beat the index. If pros can't, you can't. Index funds aren't sexy. They're absurdly effective over time. Sarah invests $420 a month into a total market index fund, 10% of her income. Over 30 years at 7% real return, $420 a month becomes roughly $500,000. She contributed $151,000. The other $349,000 just appeared. Compounding did the work. Mike, same income, didn't contribute regularly, started and stopped 6 times. Mike's account after a decade, $11,000. Sarah's, $63,000. Same income. The wealth gap isn't because Sarah earns more. Sarah's system runs on autopilot. Simplest version. 1. Capture every dollar of match. 2. Invest 10% in a total market index fund. If you can do 15%, great. If 5%, start there. Starting matters more than starting big. Quick note, I'm not a financial advisor. For your situation, talk to a fiduciary. Step 4 is the engine. Steps 1 through 3 set it up. 5 and 6 keep it running. Speaking of which, Step 5. Step 5. Attack your debt strategically. Step 2 was paying minimums to avoid damage. Step 5 is paying extra to escape entirely. 2 methods. Pick one. Don't pick both. Don't invent your own. Method 1. Snowball. Extra on your smallest debt first. Then roll it onto the next. Why smallest? Psychology. Every debt killed is a win. Wins build momentum. Method 2. Avalanche. Extra on the highest interest rate first. Why highest? Math. High interest grows fastest. Killing it first saves most. Snowball is faster emotionally. Avalanche is cheaper. Both work. Both make millionaires. Lisa used Avalanche to crush $42,000 in student loans in 4 years. Saved $6,000 in interest. Mike tried Avalanche. Quit after 6 months. Couldn't see progress. Restarted with Snowball. Killed his smallest $400 card in 2 weeks. Got the win. Pick what fits your personality. Math person. Avalanche. See the wins person? Snowball. The wrong method is the one you abandon. The right one is the one you finish. Once high-interest debt is gone, that monthly payment doesn't disappear. Redirects to investments. Same money that built debt now builds wealth. Same effort, opposite direction. Step 6, the most important, automate everything. Every step we discussed should run automatically, day after payday, without you touching anything. Why? You can't beat your emotions every 2 weeks for 40 years. Nobody can. Manual saving. Discipline every 2 weeks. Automated saving, set up once. Lisa set up her system 5 years ago. One Saturday afternoon, 40 minutes. She hasn't made a should I save this month decision since. Money moves on its own. Automation removes the most expensive part of money management, your emotions. Every dollar in checking starts negotiating to be spent. Amazon, ads, delivery apps. Automation moves money out before it can argue. Out of sight, out of mind, out of reach. Within 2 months, you don't notice it's missing. Spending adjusts to what's actually in checking. Automation frees your brain. You stop thinking about money. That's when you have more. Mike has no automation. Every payday, I'll save this month. Then life happens. Good intentions without a system are a fancy way to stay broke. Sarah's automation moves $1,250 out on payday. Before she sees it, she has $2,950 left. Plenty for her life. The lost money was never there long enough to miss. You can't miss what you never see. Your brain right-sizes to whatever's left. Step 6 unlocks all the others. Without it, willpower. With it, math. Now, the reversal. I just gave you a 6-step routine, so you might think the lesson is, be disciplined. Wrong. The opposite. You should not have to be disciplined. You should be right once. Set up once, then live. The system does what discipline can't sustain. People who get rich aren't more disciplined. They built better systems earlier. Wealth isn't a personality trait. Wealth is the output of a system that runs whether you watch or not. Here's the 15 seconds I promised. Next payday, check your auto transfers ran. That's it, the entire ritual. Glance, confirm, go back to your life. But that 15 seconds works because 40 minutes of setup did the work weeks ago. So here's my actual ask. 3 things. Today, this weekend. 1. Calculate your essentials, the honest number, above or below 60% of take-home. 2. Set up auto minimum payments on every debt, tonight, 5 minutes each. 3. Set up 1 auto transfer to savings the day after your next payday, any amount, even $50. Don't try all 6 today, just start. 1 transfer, add another in 2 weeks. Within 3 months, your entire system runs without your help. 10 years from now, you'll realize the most important decision was a Saturday you almost skipped. Disclaimer: I'm not a financial advisor. Principles that work for thousands. Your situation is yours. Complex tax, debt, or family situations? Talk to a fiduciary. Worth the cost. Comments: tell me which step you're stuck on. Be honest. I read every reply. If you've set up your system, tell me what changed. Those are the most moving comments. If this helped, share with one person. Someone still spending first. They might be one Saturday from a different life. Next video, the 4 index funds for a complete starter portfolio. Tickers, allocations. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Until then, automate first, live second. That order changes everything. Wealth is built by systems. Not willpower, not income. Systems. Set up your system. Then, go live the life you set it up for. Take care.